Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, we are continuing with Animorphs number 7, The Stranger, by K. Applegate. Woot! Yay! Okay, let's begin. We have been terrified a few moments before as the taxon prepared to swallow us. I have been afraid for my own life and the lives of my friends. Now, as the Yerk pool hung suspended in time, I felt a deeper fear. My head was still swimming from all the images the Ellimist had shown us. Why come here just to tell us we're dead meat? I managed to ask. We have an offer for you, the Ellimist said. You see, we can save a small sample of the human race. We have a planet where we would relocate you. You, some members of your family, a few others, chosen to get a good genetic sampling, as well as a few non-human Earth species that are of special interest to us. I was surprised to hear Cassie actually laugh. He's some kind of environmentalist, she said. That's what he is. We're the spotted owls. We're the rhinos. We're the whales. We're the endangered species. And he's the environmentalist trying to save us. We have a planet set aside for you, the Ellimist said. It will seem very much like Earth. You would be free to evolve naturally, as your species should. This is insane, Marco said. It's like Noah's Ark. The York flood is coming! Load up the boat! No, Tobias said, staring at the Ellimist. It's a zoo. That's what he has for us. A zoo. The Ellimist said, we do not impose our will on sentient species. The decision is yours. I have chosen you to decide, because only you, of all free humans, know what is happening. You must decide to stay on Earth and fight a battle you are certain to lose, or to leave this planet behind and form part of a new colony of humans. How long do we have to decide? Jake asked. You must decide now, the Ellimist said. What? I yelled. What? What are you up to? What do you mean we have to decide now? This was beyond insane. This was a dream. This couldn't even be real. God, I was imagining it all. If you decide the answer is yes, you and some of those you are close to will be instantly taken to your new home. If the answer is no, I will return everything to the way it was when I interrupted time. You mean we're back in Roachmorph, headed down that Taxon's throat? I asked. Everything as it was, the Ellimist said. Our purpose is not to interfere. I looked at Tobias. His face showed nothing. Maybe he had forgotten how to show emotion. And our friend Tobias? Cassie asked softly. Everything as it was. The Ellimist repeated. Oh, that's real fair, Marco said. You ask us this just as we're about to be some taxon's lunch? This is ridiculous, Jake said angrily. You can't just tell us we have to make a decision like this. We are not the ones who should be deciding this. I mean, maybe you're trying to do the right thing for us, but this is nuts. Ellimists are not interested in what is fair, Axe said. Ellimists give you a choice that is no choice at all. Then they can claim that they do not interfere. They will pretend it was a human decision. It was hard to argue with Axe's opinion. The Ellimist had totally rigged this decision. Realizing that made me want to resist. The Ellimist wanted us to say yes. He wanted us to abandon the fight against the Yeerks. And yet, a place where we would have peace? A place where the fighting would be over? Where we could be normal kids? No more decisions? No more battles? Ellimist had said we would be with some of the people we were close to. Who? Who would be saved? I vote no, Tobias said, with sharp, angry defiance. You're using me. You're using my friends' affection for me as a tool. And I'm not going for it. Let's think this over a little first, Tobias, Cassie pleaded. I mean, just because we're upset. This decision is for the whole human race. Do you understand that? He's talking about humanity becoming extinct. Tobias, you personally have a lot to lose, Jake reminded him. If we say no, you're right back in your hawk body. So we have 2 votes no, Tobias and Rachel, 1 vote yes from Cassie. Marco said, but I hadn't voted. Marco had just assumed. And he was right, I realized with a sick churning in my stomach. Marco was right about me. I had to vote no. If Tobias was ready to stay in the fight, with all he had to lose, I couldn't do less. What this character wants us to do is run away, I said. He wants us to abandon our people and our planet just to save ourselves and the people we care about personally. Tobias met my gaze. There appeared a faint flicker of his old human smile. This is a decision for humans, Hack said. I fight the Yeerks, I follow Prince Jake, but I don't trust this Ellimist, however great his power. Guys, I know how you feel, Cassie said. But think about this. We may not even get out of this Yeerk pool alive. And if we die, then what chance do humans have against the Yeerks? And anyway, he says that humans will lose. Isn't it better to save some humans rather than losing everyone? Hang on a sec, I need to drink. 2 seconds here. Sorry. Damn, just really thirsty tonight. Jake and Marco had still not voted. I noticed that they were looking back toward the building we had come from. and past the building to what looked like a tall, circular column rising straight up to the rock ceiling of the cavern. The column was a mix of steel and clear glass. Inside the column was a human controller, seemingly frozen in midair. She looked like she had been falling down the long tube, or else flying up it. A drop shaft! We had used one aboard the York mothership. It was a sort of elevator that worked on some invisible force to let you fall safely from one level to another. But did it go up as well as down? That was the question. Was the human controller in the shaft falling or rising? Jake cocked an eyebrow at me. He looked back to the column, making sure I had noticed it. I squinted closely at the frozen controller. She had shoulder-length hair. If she were falling, it should have been swept upward. It was down around her neck. Mr. Ellimist, Marcos said, "Thanks for your offer, but I don't think so. I don't think I want to be in your zoo, and I don't like being muscled like this. I'm glad you like Earth, but we'll take care of it the best way we can." I made it 4 against. Me, Marco, Tobias, and Axe. I counted Axe, even if he said it wasn't up to him. Cassie was alone in leaning in favor of the Ellimist's offer. You all know I take care of lots of sick animals. They are always afraid of me, even though I am trying to help them. Are we being brave saying no? Or are we just being foolish, resisting someone who is trying to save us? What she said made me think. With a shock, I pictured nature films I had seen. I remembered one that showed environmentalists attempting to capture some tigers. They were trying to move the tigers to game preserve where they would be safe. Tigers are almost extinct, and the humans were trying to save a few. But the tigers had resisted. They had growled and fought and avoided the capture nets. Was that us? Were we animals on the edge of extinction, resisting the being who'd come to save us? I wondered if I should change my vote, save myself, save my family. What would they say if they had a vote? My mom? She would never risk the lives of her children. She would vote yes. And my dad? If we were all magically transported to a safe place together, and I had to explain what I had done, that I'd vote to save all of us and give up the fight, what would he think of that decision? You know what bothers me? I heard Jake tell the Ellimist. You say the human race will lose to the Yerks, but I don't believe you can tell the future. See, you don't know how we're going to vote. If you did, you wouldn't bother to be here, would you? He looked around at each of us. Cassie smiled sadly. If you guys vote to stay, I will too. Jake reached out and took her hand. Mr. Ellimist, I guess you have your answer. Instantly, we're back in our roach bodies. If you live, I will ask once more. If you live. And that's the end of that lovely, lovely chapter. And so in this chapter, we get why the Ellimist has appeared to them. He says, "Hey, yo, Earth's going to die. The Earth, is going to die. So, why don't you save some, why don't you save yourself, some people close to you, also pick out some humans, and it's going to be great. You're going to go to another planet, and it will be awesome, and you'll save the human race that way." And it's like, at one point, it's like, serious spoilers. Thanks for telling me Earth's, we're going to lose. And then it's like, oh yeah, this really hard decision. I mean, I can't really remember the decisions I made back when I was a teenager, but I sure as hell know that none of them were, okay, here's how I think we should save the human race. What do you think, Jash? Yeah. So, if the Ellimist came to you and told you this, hey, humanity is doomed, but you can save some people close to you, what would you do? Would you say yes, or would you say no, I'm going to stay and continue to fight? I'm really interested to hear your answers. And if you have any other comments you want to make about this chapter, just comment down below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I really want to keep this whole spoiler free. There's some big twists and turns in the series, and I really don't want them to be spoiled for some newcomers that haven't encountered them yet. Because as those of you who have completed the series know, there are some big fucking twists and turns. Big twists and turns. So, yeah, don't want to have that spoiled. And the thing is, I really hope people get into the series via these videos, so it's really especially important for me not to have, big spoilers. But if you do want to talk big spoilers with me, and you're watching this on YouTube's, link in the description to my Tumblr Ask Box, and just say any number of spoilers you want to. And if you're one of those newcomers that's like, hey, I love this book now that I actually know what Animorphs is about, where can I get my own copy? If you're watching on the YouTube's, link in the description. If you're watching on my blog, link down below, and both links will take you to where you can buy your very own copy of Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by K.A. Applegate. Yay! If you're watching on the YouTubes, please like this video, because I believe that makes YouTube's algorithm be more likely to to show me to other people's, and I'm awesome, right? Yeah. And also, if you want more lovely Animorphs dramatic readings, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you do not miss out. If you're watching this on my blog and watching on the desktop version of my blog, please choose the follow by email option so you won't miss another blog post by me. I just don't do these Jash reads. I also have monthly dragon giveaways. I have little bits of fan fiction, reviews, essays, so it's really fun here. And there's a decent variety of things. And next episode, Jash Reads, will hopefully be on Monday, and it will be more of Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by K. Applegate. And before I leave you, a small little graphic section. So let's get started on that. Maybe get some of your favorite wine or shit. Hang on. I thought I did it. Screen share. Application window. Damn it. Oh wait, sorry. And get your favorite alcohol, liquor, whatever you feel like drinking tonight. Okay, so I decided to do this. I mean, I just came on to be funky, and hang on, let me answer this. I never got this. We'd like to help you get the most out of your Be Funky subscription. Can you tell us how you use Be Funky? I'm totally an educator here. I'm educating you on Animorphs. Woot! Small business, startup, blogger, etc. Larger company, nonprofit, personal, small business, yeah, blogger. I do blogger. Thank you. I'm actually going to try to crop this just because I really don't like the whole, yeah. I'm sorry, folks. Okay, I sneezed twice. Unless I'm sick, I won't sneeze more than twice. So it's like when someone's like, "Oh, Jash, bless you," and it's only the first sneeze, I'm like, "Wait till the second one. We don't know if I need your blessings yet." Okay. Now, yeah, the last time we did this segment, I took some fire and I made some cold and some hot. And I said, I really hope people don't think I'm making like a shipping thing here. And here's going to be the problem. Okay, I'm going to give you a hint before I start to get the pictures. A Song of Ice and Fire. So, and I haven't read the books yet. I'm waiting until they're all finished because honestly, George R. Martin is old and he takes forever to write each book, and there's 2 left in the main series. So yeah, I really, really don't feel like just like, oh yeah, I can't wait till the next book, and I get at the end of the 5th book and George R. R. Martin dies. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm glad I need to finish rereading Dune and actually finish the final books. Because that's another, besides Stephen King, that was another big book series. Like I read all the ones by Frank Herbert back in the day. I feel really old saying like back in the day. And yeah. I it wasn't until a little bit out of college that guess what? Yeah, the final books were actually released. So sorry if I'm not the most trustworthy one. I've been through this song and dance routine before. I'm just making sure I don't have another Daenerys picture here. I don't think I do. Okay, now John. Okay. I think that was one of the failed ones. God damn it. John. God damn it. John's like, nope. Not doing anything. Okay. Let's get John. Let's see. Do we have a full length John? No, just John with all the stuff. Oh yeah. Ta-da. Yeah, don't need John. John, why was I doing that? John. Come on. Yeah, I save a bunch of the pictures I use. So yeah, I have like, oh look, I have a bunch of dragons. I have Arya, Night King. What the hell? Come on, come on. There's got to be a Jon. There's got to be a Jon, and there's no Jon except, I guess. Let's. Okay, the Jon I found in here, I believe, was cut by me, so it might not be the best. But at least it's actually full. Ah, yeah, god damn it. So you see, definitely cut by me because you can see it's part like here, like, oh yeah, that definitely wasn't a fuck up. Actually, let's see if I can make this a tiny bit smaller because look how bad Jon looks stretched there. It's like, help me. So let's see how big this fucker is. Resize. Okay, let's turn it down to 900. Let's see how Jon reacts then. Is this better for you? True King of Westeros? Yeah. Can definitely see this. You can see a little bit the dragon pit there. God damn it. So I think because it will seem very, God, unless I can do transparency, which I don't want to fall back on because I do want, let's see, because I do want Daenerys and Jon Snow both to have the same level of transparency. I don't want one over the other. Oh yeah. Maybe it's Maybelline there. God damn. Okay, let's. No, it's going to be partially covered up by Daenerys. And I sort of do want them to reach somewhat, but there's going to be wording, so I'm also worrying about that. So I think there. Okay, and we don't want them looking in the same direction. You're going to be avoiding eye contact, Daenerys. Avoid the eye contact. Da-da. And as you can see, see why I'm worried that people are going to go, oh my god, this is totally a shipping thingy-majig. Actually, I'm going to, I think, make Jon just a tiny bit smaller because he seems to sort of stick out there next to Daenerys. Like, oh, big. So yeah, you can see why I sort of worried that people are going to get again, oh, this is Jon and Dany shipping thingy-majig. Oh my god. I didn't know you liked the show's version of Jon Dany. And in all honesty, I don't hate the ship of Jon and Dany, but I don't like how the show did it. It's like, hey, we're handed gold, but fuck it. And when this picture is good and done, it will be very much a negative look at Jon Dany about why they wouldn't work. But this is just sort of the beginning, and I am checking again to make sure I saved it because this is one thing I don't want to lose. One thing. Okay, so that's Jon, not a Jon Dany picture, so don't get too excited, folks. Just start going, oh my gosh, it's Jon Daenerys fan. God damn it. That's what I'm really worried about. Like, the ship is okay, but the show's version is just, So I'm really hoping the books do get finished to the point where Jon and Dany start a relationship. And so I'll actually have a good canonical version so I can say, oh yeah, the books did it better. Oh gosh. If, good old George actually completes the books. Okay. Okay, thank you. If you want to have any opinions or comments on that graphic at the current point, please comment below. Let me know. And the next chapter, the next episode of Jash Reads will be on Monday, and will be more of Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by K. Applegate. Bye.